What's up, everyone? Matt Savoca here from Awesemo.com, bringing you the Week 14 Sunday Night Football DraftKings top plays. This is Packers versus Bears. This is one of the oldest rivalries in football, and yet it looks like the Packers might have a clear advantage here. They are 13-point favorites, but still, this should be a great showdown slate on DraftKings. So let's dig into my favorite plays. Before we do, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel so that you guys know when we're going live. You guys know what to do. And if you guys could give me, Matt Savoca, a follow on Twitter at Draftaholic, that would be much appreciated. And of course, we are very thankful for our presenting sponsor, No House Advantage. No House Advantage is offering player props picks for all the major sports, and they are offering a first match deposit bonus of up to $25 when you use the promo code Awesemo. So make sure to get into that. This should be an excellent showdown slate. You see on the screen here numbers 10 through 6 of my top plays. Number 10, it's Marquez Valdes-Scantling, the second wide receiver on the Green Bay Packers, an increased role as of late, so that's very interesting. But the Packers defense might be even more interesting coming in at number 9. They absolutely could get there against Justin Fields and the Bears. Number 8, Allen Robinson, wide receiver. Oh, lost season for Allen Robinson. I don't even want to talk about it anymore, but hey, he's number 8. You could play him. Number 7, backup running back A.J. Dillon. He's not as good of a play with Aaron Jones back, but still a quality play at number 7. And then number 6, Darnell Mooney, really taking over the wide receiver core in the absence of Allen Robinson. But can he succeed with Robinson back on the field? Doesn't quite make it into the top 5. Let's find out who does. At number 5, it's Justin Fields, 9,800 on DraftKings, and this is pretty low for a quarterback here. Look, he's only getting to over 30 fantasy points in 3.6% of our simulations, and he's under 10 at over 34% of the time. I mean, he's a coin flip chance to have under 15 points, so at that price, at 9,800, that is really tough to get to. This is the number 21 ranked offense versus the number 8 defense. The Green Bay defense here in PFF grades really surprisingly high, even higher ranked than their offense currently. That's really shocking. And Justin Fields, to his credit, had some bright spots before he got injured in week 11. In week 10, he threw for 291 pass yards against the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's 10 yards per attempt. That's his career high so far. And before he got hurt in week 11, he was up at 7.2 yards per attempt. So there is a little bit of upside. He can definitely rush. But again, the downside is absolutely there. That's why he comes in at number 5. At number 4, it's David Montgomery, and clearly David Montgomery is the stronger play here, and we can see it in the salary. It's really surprising to see the running back with a higher salary than the starting quarterback, but sure enough, it's still worth it in our projections. Our simulations have Montgomery hitting 30 fantasy points or more in 11.6% of simulations. Not bad. He's in the optimal lineup over a third of the time, even though this is a clear disadvantage spot for a running back. Montgomery has been the clear bell cow for the Bears when healthy. Listen to these snap shares since he's returned from injury in week 9. 75% of snaps last week, but we've seen 84%, 93% of snaps given to David Montgomery. We have an easy 20 opportunity floor here. He can see 25 total looks between targets and rush attempts here. I really like David Montgomery, particularly in cash games, but you can play him in all formats. He's a strong play for the Bears this week. At number 3, it's Aaron Jones, 10,600 salary on DraftKings. And yeah, you want to play starting running backs on teams that are favored by 13 points. And that's what Aaron Jones finds himself in. But look at the distribution of outcomes here. It's all over the place for Aaron Jones. He's getting to over 30 fantasy points in over 19% of our simulations, but you better believe there's a chance that he can get well under 10 points. We saw it last week, just 2.3 fantasy points, and only a 46% snap share. In fact, he's been under 50% snap share in the weeks he's been active since week 10. So yeah, there's some downside here, but still, in a game that the Packers should control from start to finish, I'm going to trust their starting running back. There is some downsides here, but he's in the optimal lineup 37% of the time, and a surprising optimal captain over 10% of the time here. I think he's a solid contrarian play who should have plenty of touches. I like him a lot in tournaments. At number 2, it's Aaron Rodgers. He's been battling that toe injury that might need to be surgically repaired at the end of the season, but he's saying that he has no problem, is definitely going to be playing through it, and he has a clear advantage in this spot. The number 11 offense, the number 28 defense, and he's scoring less than 10 fantasy points in under 15% of our simulations. There's just so much certainty when it comes to Aaron Rodgers compared to the rest of the field in this showdown slate. Projected for nearly 20 fantasy points. I absolutely think his $12,000 salary is worth it. He is the optimal captain over 10% of the time, in the optimal lineup over 39% of the time. And while he's been pretty good this year, number 9 in fantasy points per game among all quarterbacks, the underlying metrics still show an elite quarterback. Number 6 in true passer rating, number 5 in total QBR, and number 4 in expected points added. So the advanced metrics like him, our projections like him, the ceiling is there, the floor is there, but he doesn't quite make it to number 1. But before I reveal my number 1 play for this Sunday Night Football DraftKings slate, I just want to thank our presenting sponsor, No House Advantage. Again, they're offering player props picks, and you can get a $25 first match deposit bonus when you use the promo code Awesemo. And guys, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and maybe comment below which have been your favorite picks that I showed and some of your least favorite picks. Comment below, let me know what you think. I always love to hear. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm Matt Savoca at Draftaholic. All right, let's get into the number 1 play on DraftKings for Sunday Night Football. At number 1, it's Davante Adams. Not a whole lot to be surprised about here. Look at that ceiling projection, over 30 fantasy points in 35% of our simulations. That's just fantastic. A median projection over 20 points for any skill position player is just so fantastic to see. He is the optimal captain in nearly 12% of our sims. It looks like a fantastic play here. Chicago has struggled against wide receivers all year. Davante Adams has a target floor around 8 targets and a ceiling easily over 15 here. And best of all, he has a salary less than Aaron Rodgers. It's why I called Aaron Jones a contrarian play, because most people are going to be prioritizing the safety and the ceiling of Davante Adams. He is my number 1 play on DraftKings tonight. And that is going to do it for this edition of the DraftKings Top 5 Plays for Week 14 Sunday Night Football, Packers versus Bears. Yes, it's a 43-point total. Yes, the Packers are favored by 13 points, but I still think this has a chance to be a great game before the Packers eventually run away with this one. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Once again, I'm Matt Savoca at Draftaholic on Twitter. We will be back next week with more contenders video. Until then, we will talk to you next time.